Hello again, everyone. Marcus here. I review stuff. Today, I'm reviewing the song "See Swallow Me" by Cocteau Twins. I think that's how you say that. And Harold Budd, I guess. As always, the song comes to you as a request from one of my viewers. So if you would like to have your song reviewed, just do what they did. Leave it in the comments, and I'll be sure to add it to my list. Now, to my knowledge, I don't think I've ever heard anything from again, I don't know if I'm saying this right, Cocteau Twins. And so kind of going in blind and just hoping for a good song. I mean, I don't know what else to say. So, yeah, I say we jump right in. Again, See Swallow Me, Cocteau Twins, and Harold Budd. Let's do it. It's quite lovely so far. Yeah, I like this a lot so far. Yeah, I like that a whole lot. I honestly was not sure what to expect. Again, I'd never heard of the artist. Actually, I think I had heard of them because I remember in a previous video, I don't remember which one, but in a previous video, they were listed amongst the influences of whatever band I was listening to. Honestly, do not remember what video that was. So I have heard of them, but I've never actually sat and listened to anything from them. And I got to say, I really, really enjoyed this one. It was kind of a little bit different than I guess what I was expecting. I guess I was just kind of expecting a rock song, right? Just because that's what this channel typically consists of. But no, this one was very kind of a little out there. Really reminded me of Failure. Some of the songs that we've heard from them. Although I think, if I'm not mistaken, this came out around the 80s, and I think Failure was more 90s, so I wonder if they were influence for bands like Failure. I'm going to click on Cocteau Twins here. Oh, and Harold Budd. Can you give me just the Cocteau Twins, please? Let's see if I can search them here. I just want to see if it mentions here who some of the people they influenced. Most song data has been removed due to legal action by the copyright holders. Well, that's not fun. Founded in 1981 by Robert Guthrie. Been on threesome, 1983, the band, Simon, blah, blah. Twins broke up in 97 due to the trio's irreconcilable differences. To date, they have been cited as notable influences by such diverse artists as Prince, Madonna, Annie Lennox, and Perfect Circle. Okay, cool. Not to mention bands such as Slowdive, Lush, My Bloody Valentine, Chapter House, and Curve, just to name a few, who all worked in musical territory pioneered by Cocteau Twins. So I guess their style was just very influential. I don't think I've reviewed any of those bands on the channel, so I don't know which band I read that they were also an influence on, but I definitely dug it. So let's break it down piece by piece like we always do, of course, starting with the lyrics. So let's see. Interrupted Lily punts and jest, heading through the air, and then there's more. Yet I want to know. Molly's never spoken of faith, oh no, and nobody better try, oh my. But we gotta know, for the dough mix our long arms, stump and rum punch. I'm not really too sure what this song is about. I'm getting maybe in a vibe of like being in a cult, right? Like Molly's never spoken of faith and nobody better try, but we gotta know, for the dough mix our long arms, stump and rum punch. I'm getting the cult vibes from like the suicide patch where you drink the punch and you all die, that kind of thing. But I'm not really sure what this first verse is all about. Or if there's really anything that the song is about, because it does seem like a word jumble if you really don't try to dig into it. So the richest scene I've ever quite seen, the saddest sights I've seen in you below. Interrupt her, Lily punts and jest, heading through the air, and then there's more. Yet I want to know that I won't need my leg, arm, or feet. Mum, I love money now. I kind of still think it's about religion, honestly, or maybe just like being in a cult, or maybe both. I don't know, something about it, like heading through the air. I'm thinking of like ascending to heaven again. Maybe this is just my weird reading of this, but that's really how I'm approaching it so far. But again, kind of wanting to know like what is out there. Is there, a higher power or what have you? But this is interesting that I don't need my leg, arm, or feet. So I'm guessing like kind of that idea that like your spirit ascends, you don't need your worldly body or whatever. Again, this could be just a weird way that I'm reading it, but that's totally how I'm taking it now. But this kind of implies a little bit of like sinisterness, that like this cult following or like religion can be used just for money, which I mean, we know it can be. Into dark sleep, they all seem so weak. Conscious, I find, yes, they seem so weak. They must not be fast, yet I want to know, but they seem so weak. Yet I want to know, yes, they seem so, yet I want to know. Again, the more I read this, I'm like, this is about like a cult into a dark sleep, and they all seem so weak. And so again, I picture them all going into death together, drinking the punch, that whole thing. Into dark sleep, they all seem so weak. Conscious I go. Yet I want to know, Mom, I love money now, but they seem so weak. The richest scene I've ever quite seen. Yes, they seem to me the saddest sights I've seen in you before, and they move a little line. It's true, they cannot be fast. The richest scene I've ever quite seen, the saddest sights I've seen with you. I've played the part that I've seen before, her little baby ma. Again, I could just be reading this really weirdly, but I think it's a sort of a criticism of religion or the sort of cult-like following that some religions get. But again, I feel like this song is vague enough that I have no idea if I'm, right, or if there is even a right way to read this song. I'm sure many of you probably have your own interpretation of what's going on here, but that's how I saw it. And maybe I'm really digging deep for that, but I don't know. Anyway, lyrically, it's at least very interesting. Again, it sort of makes you think. It doesn't really give you a whole lot. You have to really kind of dig into it, which I tend to like. So I'm giving it 2 thumbs up for the lyricism there. As far as the instrumentation and vocals go, I'll start with vocals. I really like the vocal approach here. I honestly was not expecting a female vocalist at first. I have no idea why, but really like her approach to it. Kind of a little interesting the way I think she approached the track. She had it like hit you with a few different styles, a few different sounds here, but I think her vocal style was really good. The instrumentation was very interesting. Again, very reminiscent to me of songs from like Failure, like Another Space Song, or The Nurse Who Loved Me, like those kind of songs, that sort of ethereal feeling to it. Really liked the piano throughout. Very beautiful at first. I was like, oh, this is gonna be like a really slow, beautiful song, and the song kind of picked up a little bit, but they kept that piano a lot throughout the song, which was really, really nice. Let's see what else is credited here. Drums was fine, bass was fine. Yeah, guitar was everything was good. Really loved the piano though by Harold Budd. I think that was kind of the highlight for me, if you will. I don't know, that song just kind of stuck with me in the piano. So yeah, I mean, I definitely dug it instrumentally and vocally. Made for just a really enjoyable listen. 2 thumbs up from me there. As far as replay value goes, it's a little bit slower than a lot of the stuff I listen to, but I really, really dug it. So I definitely think I'm going to come back to this one at some point. So I think it's going to make the playlist. I mean, there were enough pieces that I really enjoy, and I'm really excited to kind of dig into it again and see if I can figure out what's going on in the lyrics. So for me, I'll give it a thumb up for replay value. Overall, a very good song, and I want to thank whoever requested this one. As always, if you want to be that person to get your song reviewed, just do what they did. Leave it in the comments, and I'll be sure to add it to my list. And hey, while you're down there, you might as well like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, just all the normal stuff you do for your favorite YouTube channel. I'm sure I'm amongst those, and so anyway, yeah, there's that. If you enjoyed the music as much as I did, of course, go support the artists, go listen to their music wherever you can. And lastly, that's it. That's actually it. I was going to say the whole, you can check the description to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, but I was like, I interrupted my flow already. So yeah, that's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.